It's the latest from Chicago's own Rise Against 104.9 The Morning X. It is Kev, joined by...
Michael!
Yes.
Yes.
Michael Palmenderi.
Oh, man, I love it.
Returns.
Michael!
I just, anytime somebody, brings me up on stage, I just want them to play that clip and go, everybody, Michael! Palmenderi.
Michael!
Palmenderi. And then the crowd just, erupts.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Michael!
Palmenderi!
There you go.
Yeah, dude, thanks for having me back, man. I appreciate it.
No, it's always good. It's always good to have you in studio and well and happy and cheers. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Yeah. Oh, man, new year. Ready to, well, I'm now ready to get started after illnesses and stuff like that out of the way.
New year, new you.
New me.
New beard.
New beard. Yeah, dude. So I was sick a couple weeks ago and I just had no energy to do anything, which included shaving. So when I finally was feeling well again, I was I should probably shave, but I was just I'm just going to do the neck and let the beard thing go for a while. I mean, 'tis the season, right?
And it looks good on you. Some people can't grow a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Some people have, it's patchy or there's holes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a man who's been shaving since he was 12, I've had a beard since I was 14, and I've been getting compliments from men, grown men. When I was a teenager, grown men were giving me compliments on my beard. So,
well, you got the plaid flannel shirt on today. You got the beard. You could be the paper towels guy.
I could be, yeah, now. My hair is nicely coiffed too. I could be the modern brawny man, except for I'm small, so instead of brawny, it'd be scrawny. Scrawny paper towels. They're just really tiny little sheets. They're less than half the size the paper towels are right now.
Yeah, new half-ply paper towels.
Yeah, they're not absorbent at all.
Scrawny. Well, I'm glad you're here. We're gonna get to our topic of the day.
Yeah, dude.
And we'll have our tool of the day coming up as well. Right now, a song nobody's ever heard before. This is brand new stuff from a group of young guys from Australia. AC/DC now.
Love it.
On 104.9 The Morning X with their latest, You Shook Me All Night Long. Yeah, nothing like a pick-me-up in the morning from Bush there. Some happy-sounding music. Love it. It's 104.9 The Morning X, 9:17. I'm Kev. That's Michael Palmenderi. Welcome back.
What's up, buddy? Thanks for having me back.
Oh, happy to have you. Have you heard this PSA? I just found out about this. There was a PSA in the 70s about parents talking to their kids about masturbation.
Really?
Yes, and it's like making sure they know that it's normal, you're not weird. And I'll just play you the audio from the PSA.
Please.
Because this mom walks in on her son. They don't show him doing anything. They just kind of show him in bed.
Right.
The mom walks in, and this is from the 70s. It's total Brady Bunch style decoration in the room, stuff like that. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me, Ricky. Ricky, I did see what you were doing. It felt good, didn't it?
Oh, my God.
It's all right. We all have feelings like this sometimes. I'm just glad you're doing this in the privacy of your own room. When you're a little bit older, we'll have to talk more about these feelings and what causes them and how we can control these feelings. I'm sorry I intruded on your privacy.
You should
I'll
be.
be sure to knock next time, okay?
So then this voiceover comes on and starts talking here in a second.
This manner of response frees the child of guilt and assures him he is normal. It opens communication between parent and child and introduces the concept of responsibility for his behavior.
Something that actually was on TV in the 70s.
I have so many feelings about this right now. First off, the way the mom was talking to the child made it sound like it was the beginning of a porno. Not only that, but why is there music underscoring this? Is this like an 80s, 90s family sitcom? Like Full House or something like that?
It was like weird acoustic guitar music in the background.
I felt like John Denver was going to start singing or something like that. And then did the guy walk into the kid's bedroom while the kid was trying to take care of himself, or where was this guy doing the voiceover?
Well, I don't know where he's coming from. It might have been God.
We don't know where.
I think it was God.
Probably.
Talk to
You're
your
okay.
kids.
You're okay, my child. You are perfectly fine.
So have you ever been caught?
No, never been caught. But my dad made jokes about it all the time when I was growing up. But that's the thing. It's just people talk about this, but they never tell you how to do it. You know
that's something you discover on your own.
And that's something you have to feel like. There's no pamphlet on that. They can tell you, like, hey, this is a time in your life where you're going to start experiencing all these different feelings and hormones, but there's no, like, how-to of this is how you do this thing. Like, you have to figure that out all on your own, which makes you feel like a freak.
Yeah, and then your older brother at family parties will be like, oh, it took you 40 minutes to go pee the other day, huh?
Yeah, exactly. You're in the bathroom an awfully long time. Be quiet, man. We have 3 bathrooms. Use one of the other ones.
And then there was always those myths they would tell you. You grow hair in your palms. Do you remember that myth?
Are you kidding me? Growing up, people called me Michael Palms Are Hairy. Look at me. There was no hiding this. I wore gloves all the way through grade school, middle school, and high school.
You had hairy hands in grade school?
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, my gosh. So when I was like in 5th, 6th grade, the girls would have like a contest with the boys and line us up to see who was the hairiest, and I always won, but it felt like I always lost. I was always a freak, man.
So the question of the day is now we're talking about you being caught by your parents. The question of the day on Facebook is, what's worse, walking in on your parents or your parents walking in on you?
See, I don't know, because either way, you would be scarred for life. Right. And you wouldn't be able to get either thing out of your head. I would almost say that walking in on your parents might be a little bit worse than them walking in on you.
Well, it depends on what age you are when it happens.
Right. Like, if I'm in my 30s and I'm living with my parents, then that's just like...
You're a little more mature and can handle it a little more at that point. Like,
that's fair.
Okay, yeah.
But right. I should also be more aware of locking doors.
Right. Or just, don't walk in without knocking, that kind of thing.
Right. Exactly.
When you're a kid, you don't have those manners,
No, at all. Yeah, you also don't have the wherewithal, too.
Parents are bargers, though.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Absolutely. They're not one for knocking on doors, too.
Yeah, there comes a certain age where you have to make that decision. I need to start knocking before I walk into Johnny's room.
Oh, my gosh. I watched the movie American Pie for the first time with my parents.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was very awkward, but luckily my parents are hilarious and they have a wonderful sense of humor, and they thought, like, my parents are the ones that introduced me to like George Carlin and Mel Brooks films and things like that. Like, I watched Blazing Saddles when I was like 6 years old or something like that. So they're cool, but like, it was weird being a teenager watching that with my parents for the first time.
You can participate in the conversation on our Facebook page at The X Rockford. What's worse, walking in on your parents or having them walk in on you? One guy said, well, maybe your parents could walk in and give you some tips on how to do it better.
No, I don't want any.
Which seems a little bit excessive.
But you would think I would know how to knock.
You should. Yeah, you should. That's true. You definitely should. Hey, we got to do the tool of the day.
That guy's a tool. You're a tool.
Tool of the day. Your tool of the day, as always, powered by Retool of Rockford. They buy, sell, and trade tools on East State Street next to Chuck E. Cheese, and we make fun of tools. Look at that. It's a match made in heaven. So this takes us to Canada today. We don't often get tools of the day from north of the border.
I love it, though.
It's always good to bring in another country.
Exactly.
On Sunday, a young woman near Ottawa decided it would be a good idea to take her car onto a frozen river and drive down the frozen river.
Okay, as you do in Canada.
As if it were a road.
Yeah, exactly.
And, I mean, she sped down it. Somebody who lives next to the river got footage of her car flying by. That's not even the craziest part of the story. Okay, we're not even to the tool of the day part of the story yet.
Great.
Already seems dumb.
Yeah.
But it gets worse. Her car eventually hit a thin spot in the ice and broke through, as it should.
Of course.
As nature would have.
Yes.
So it's sinking in the freezing water. Random people are trying to save her using a kayak. And one of the guys who helped said you could see her start to gather her stuff in her purse while her car...
She's gathering her belongings.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everybody on the shore is yelling at her to just get out of the car. And so she eventually does make her way onto the roof of the car. And while they're trying to get to her, she stands up on top of the car and starts taking selfies.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What? Oh, my gosh. Was she, like, live streaming that the whole time? I'll tell you what, if she was in an ice river, then she was in a live stream.
Oh, there you go. Oh, God.
Dad jokes.
Yeah. White guys hit their 30s and they make dad jokes.
Well done, man.
Oh, my gosh. Here I am live, drowning with my car.
What won't people do for the TikTok and the Instagram?
For any kind of attention. Oh, my gosh. That's terrible.
Just for a little thumbs up on the internet, really?
Yeah. Was it worth the 37 likes you got there?
promise you it was not.
Probably. Oh my gosh.
Because she's now facing charges for dangerous operation of a motor vehicle and could lose her driver's license, and it's not clear if they plan to tack on other charges too. So she's definitely off to tool jail.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what happens there. But yeah, maybe just don't drive on a river.
Well, I mean, I hope it was worth it for the gram, but like I said, I was a delivery driver, and there are sometimes you cannot tell how deep that water is until your engine is fully submerged into it, and you got to get a new car.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience, sir.
Yeah. Maybe I'm the tool of the day, too.
Well, you're allowed to be.
Well, thanks.
Don't be a tool like this Canadian fool here or like Michael.
Yeah, aspire for more.
And if you want the right tool for the job, Retool of Rockford is on East State Street next to Chuck E. Cheese. They buy, sell, and trade tools. Go and see Dave. Tell him the Morning X sent you. Visit rockfordretool.com.
Rockford's own Rock Morning Show.
It's a good show. This is a damn good show.
The Morning X with Kev.
1049 The Morning X with a brand new band out of the 80s called Quiet Riot and a song called Come On, Feel the Noise. Do you feel it, Michael?
I do, and you know what? I feel like that band's going to be something. They're going to make it, man.
Those guys are going places.
They're definitely going to make it big. Hope more people hear about them.
Do you have shows to plug? Don't plug them yet, but do you?
I do.
All right, well, we're gonna hear about those in just a little bit. We're going to have the Real Rock Report as well. New rock here from 3 Days Grace, So-Called Life. It's on The Morning X!
The Real Rock Report on The Morning X.
It is time for the Real Rock Report at 9:48. Powered by Oscar's Pub and Grill and Jack's Pub. And with the report, as always, it's Lou.
Rolling Stone's list of the highest paid musicians for 2021 is out. Bruce Springsteen led the way with $590 million earned last year. The Red Hot Chili Peppers also pretty high in that list. They racked in $145 million last year. Now, how did all these artists manage to pull in such crazy numbers? I mean, the Chili Peppers didn't even tour. Well, what they did was sell their catalogs. That netted Springsteen $500 million by itself. Chili Peppers pulled in $140 million for the rights to their music. So really, I mean, they made $5 million last year if you don't count selling off your catalog. Coheed and Cambria have titled their new album Vaxis 2, A Window of the Waking Mind. It'll be out May 27th as a limited edition box set, including a 96-page illustrated hardcover novel that comes with the album. And Thursday night, Ghost going to perform on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Might be worth staying up to catch that. Or, like everyone else, just watch it the next day on Facebook and get some sleep. That's your Real Rock Report, powered by Oscar's Pub and Grill on East State and Jack's Pub on North Perryville, both open at 11 a.m. I'll set you up with 475, Captain Morgan, Tito's, Jameson, and Screwball every day, plus 425 House Wines daily.
Thanks, Lou. Appreciate that. And, we're not making that kind of money, you and I.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, look,
I wish.
Springsteen, $590 million in 1 year.
I mean, sometimes I can't even wrap my head around those numbers because I oftentimes get paid in drink tickets and I don't drink.
That's true. That's what happens in comedy sometimes.
That's what's real, man.
Sometimes they're like, here's $5.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, you know.
It's part of the hustle and the grind, man.
You got to earn your keep, pay your
dues. Got to earn
dues.
your stripes, man.
Michael Palmenderi in studio. My friend, what's up?
Man, just, got some shows coming up. Got a show coming up this Saturday night, January 22nd. Fats Productions Presents is going to be bringing some live comedy to Hope and Anchor. So if you want to come see some live comedy, that's this Saturday night. Show starts at 8 p.m. Tickets are $5. So please call Hope and Anchor because you're going to go ahead and have to reserve a table for the show. The number for Hope and Anchor is 815-633-2552. Again, that's 815-633-2552. We've got a pretty great lineup for the show. We've got great Chicago comic Blake Burkhart as the headliner. I love working with Blake. He's
Blake's
one of my favorite
comics.
He's so good. And then our main feature is Michael Myers. And then our guest feature, a good buddy of both of ours, which is Tim Brennan.
Oh,
and then,
my friend.
Good buddy of both of ours. And then I'll be hosting that fantastic lineup. So again, Fats Productions Yes. I just want to take that clip and then just like anytime somebody introduces me, just have him do that. Be like, that's
Ladies and gentlemen,
Michael! Michael!
Have that Michael Jordan. I want to be like Mike.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's, self-obsession, but that's
exactly.
fine.
Well,
No, that's cool, dude. And I tell you what, Hope and Anchor is probably my favorite venue that you guys put shows on.
Thank you.
I mean, it's set up perfectly.
It is, yeah.
for a show.
It's nice because it's got a room separate from the bar, and it's got a little stage that we have there, so it definitely gives us a very much like a club-like atmosphere. And we're starting to find that we do so many shows now. We do like 6 shows a month now, and people are starting to get the word about these shows. So we now have a lot of more people coming out specifically for comedy. So the word's getting out there. And if you want to follow us on Facebook, Fats Productions Presents. Also, if you're on the gram, the Instagram, you can follow us at Fats Pro Presents.
Yeah, go out and support live shows, live comedy. I know things are a little bit rocky right now with, Omicron variants and all that stuff, but if you can, if you're healthy, go out and enjoy a show.
It's one of those things where it's just like I find that if like the venue is okay with it and the people that work there are okay with it and the performers are okay with it and people want to come out and see a show, then like why not? Let's do this. But if you have any concerns, you can always call the venue and ask them like what maybe protocols they have for it. We always make sure that our performers are vaxxed. We always make sure that people have been quarantined if they've been ill or anything like that. So we do go through things as safely as possible. And even the venues have accommodated for social distancing, that type of things. We always wipe down the microphone or anything like that. We always put the safety of the performers, the venue, and our patrons first.
And I will say that about comedy producers since the pandemic started. Whether it's in Rockford or Chicago, they're not messing around.
No, not at all.
They're going to do it safely, and they're going to make sure that you feel safe as a patron as well.
Exactly. So if you want to come out, you want to have some laughs, we've got live comedy in the area. Like I said, we do 6 shows a month. So this Saturday, we've got it at Hope and Anchor, and we've got plenty more coming up throughout the year.
Come out and see what real stand-up comedy is like, because you can turn on a Netflix special all day long.
Right.
But until you go out and see a local comedy show, you don't see the belly of the beast.
Well, and that's the thing is like when you go on Netflix, you get to see one person's special, something that they've been working on for a year, probably more, which is awesome if you want to focus your time on that one person. But one thing I love about live comedy is you get to see a couple of different styles of comedy. You get to see a stand-up show, and you get to see what a live comedy show is like, which is far different than having a screen in front of you. We can hear you when we're on stage, believe it or not.
And you get to see what those people on Netflix were doing as they were coming up
prior to that special. So like when you go and see a live comedy show, and listen, you and I both have worked with some people who are absolutely incredible, who I've seen people in the many years that I've been doing stand-up in bar open mics that now have Netflix specials. So you just never know when you come and see a live comedy show who you're seeing now that within the next few years could be somebody on a Netflix special that you eventually watch.
Dude, I've worked with Michael Palisak.
Oh, yeah.
Who was a finalist on Last Comic Standing. He had his own half hour on Comedy Central. He's been on like countless late night shows, and he'll still come into, like when I used to host an open mic, he used to come in and be like, "Can I get on stage? Can you fit me in?" I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, God, no.
Let's see if we can find some room
yeah.
on the. Well, I remember when I lived in Portland, Oregon, which is when I really started pursuing stand up. I would go to open mics and I would see guys like Ron Funches, Ian Carmel, Shane Torres, who are huge in comedy now. They have specials. They've been on late night talk shows. They tour all over the country.
Shane Torres, he's got like a viral Conan clip.
Exactly. He's also got a Netflix special.
Yeah.
I mean, these are guys who have written for late night TV. They've been on TV shows.
You never know who you're going to run into out at a local comedy show.
Exactly.
Because there's pros out there that are working stuff out, man.
Exactly.
So, and Blake Burkhart at your show this weekend. Totally funny dude.
He's been one of my favorite comics for years. He works at Laugh Factory. He works at the Comedy Bar. He's a regular at those places. So, I mean, that's who we at Fats Productions Presents bring in. We bring in people that you see in Chicago, Milwaukee, Madison, even Iowa sometimes. And these are people who are like working comics. These are club comics sometimes. And many of them are touring comics as well.
You going to be presenting the chest hair that you're presenting today at the show this weekend?
Man, there's no way I can not present the chest hair.
Michael Palmenderi in a V-neck is a vision. Let me tell you what.
That's the thing is like sometimes like my chest hair and my neck hair meet, so it looks like a hair ascot.
Michael Palmenderi's hair tie. Everybody.
Exactly. I'm gonna like tie it into a bow one of these days.
He's the only guy who can grow a Windsor knot on his neck.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a bolo tie. It's a hair bolo tie. I look like a hairy rancher.
No, you look handsome. He's going to be
buddy.
on the scrawny paper towels. Not brawny, but scrawny.
Scrawny.
Yeah.
I'm the new face of scrawny paper towels. I can't wait, man.
See-
Maybe I will make the kind of money that Bruce Springsteen and the Red Hot Chili Peppers are making.
You know it, man. You know it. But Michael can't get there without your support. So going out to Hope and Anchor this weekend.
Yeah, please. And any other shows we have in the future, please follow us on Facebook and please follow us on Instagram and come listen to me on the radio. Come see our shows.